So yeah, trying to get your camera situated with your oil lamp. Does anybody else still use oil lamps? Like, we love them. I'm Shalina Harris. I'm the wife and mom of the Harris Family Tribe. We are embracing no power, and my kids are loving it. Like, I wish I could go show you all that. They're like, we have our oil lamps, but they also have like a flashlight tied up to a lamp, and they're sitting in the floor playing fire tonight. But Shalina Harris, wife and mom of the Harris Family Tribe. I'm the most patient person I know with my internet. Hope everybody is having an awesome night tonight. I was watching Jack and Sue Brown. If you watch Jack and Sue Brown, show me some hearts. They are so awesome. But I asked, like, they were talking about topics to talk about, and I said, okay, give me a topic, because I still need to go live, because this morning we were having mommy daddy time, just sitting, talking about our day, and, you know, we had to go run some errands and everything. So I said, all right, what can I talk about tonight? And they said, Shalina, we feel like we've known you forever, but we don't know anything about you. So I was like, okay, I can do this. So I am the mom of 7 kids, birthed them all, love them all, breastfed them all. I've been pregnant like 7 years of my life. Then I nursed for 14 years of my life. So there was 21 years devoted to nothing but mommy. And I love it. I love it. I love being a mom. I love being with my kids. I love, like, just everything. We took a walk down the driveway to go check the mail, and we were telling stories. And that's what I love. I want moms to know that there is a way to embrace your motherhood and love it, and not be stressed because you are feeding your kids. All my healthy people, I saw Carrie Golden on here, plug your ears, healthy eating people. But we had donuts and Doritos and water for dinner tonight. The kids think I'm the greatest mom in the world. I love it. So, yeah, thank goodness we went to Dublin, went there, and it was so awesome to see a couple of friends and get donuts. So, yes. Let me know where you're tuning in from tonight. And so if you have a question that you want to ask me, I will try to see it on the news feed, and just, you know, I'm going to tell you about my life. I am an only child. Yes, I am. Right, Julie, you just do whatever you have to do. But I'm the only child. I was born in West Virginia. I have a slew of cousins that I love. I don't get to see them enough. But we were raised as brothers and sisters. And we went through, hey Robert, hey Amanda. Like when we were growing up, every summer I would go to West Virginia. And we would, I think there's like 10, 12, 15. I don't even know how many of us there are. But we would go stay a whole week. All of us would go stay at different houses all summer long. It was Tin Can Alley, swimming in a creek, going to the lake, and we just had fun. During the day, like, we got up and we worked, we done our chores, we painted, we cleaned houses, we did everything. And it was awesome. And we say that, you know, we are, yes, Jessica, we say that we are as close as brothers and sisters, and we truly, truly are. If you have a large family and you're close as brothers and sisters, put 2 in the comments. I don't know. But, let's see. I did not want any kids. None. Nada. Zilch. I wanted to live at the beach. Not even own the donut shop. I just wanted to work at the donut shop, y'all. Well, if you ever guessed that. Yeah. So, wanted to live at the beach. No kids. And I live in the mountains. And I have 7 kids and a grandbaby. Let's see. I don't know. I homeschool. I was public schooled. I never dreamed. Yeah, Jessica, really. I love tubing also. But, wanted to live at the beach. not just like to go visit the beach. Put a beach in the comments if you're loving the beach. But I was public schooled, and we just, like, I don't know, just we decided it was on our hearts to homeschool our kids. So Taylor and Jacob were like, yeah, they want to try homeschooling, and we did it, and we love it. It's not for everybody, but it's for us. If you're thinking about it, I'd encourage you to try it. And, gee, I have been with my husband. We've been together 20 years. We've been married for this year, we'll make 18. And I love it. I love being a wife. I love preparing his home, his meals. I love being a good wife. I love serving my husband. I love serving the Lord. I pray. I ask my friends to pray for me. And gosh, if y'all have questions, ask. Because, you know, if you're me, you're thinking, my life is just like, Robert says, there were 5 of us and we didn't realize we were half siblings until we were older. Oh, that is awesome. But, you know, I don't know, like, I love staying at home. I love, yeah, it is. Gosh, guys, I don't know. Nobody likes to talk about themselves. Let's see. I can't think of any interesting facts that I could share other than we rodeo. I don't rodeo. I can barely ride a horse. The kids love to rodeo. We love our rodeo family. They, gosh, they bless us so much, encourage us. They've helped me. Actually, like, I'm a shy, quiet person, but when I got around the rodeo family, like, I just wanted to interact with everybody so much. I wanted to know their story. I wanted to know, you know, what they were doing, and that just helped shape who I was. I'm surrounded by amazing, amazing people. Hey, Dawn. Robert, I don't have a story. Like, I'm just, how many states have I been to with the rodeo? Oh my goodness. See, well, we rodeo in Pennsylvania, Maryland, North Carolina, West Virginia. See, the boys have rode bulls in Tennessee. And we have traveled all the way to Wyoming for a rodeo. We've traveled to Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa. We loved it there. We loved Wyoming. Wyoming is so hot, but it's dry, so it's totally different. The wind blows all the time. And, my favorite state so far has been South Dakota. Like, I would pack up and be gone. Like, just to go, I want to live a whole season there. My husband's like, it is too cold. Like, it's wintertime, a long time. I said, I know, but just one season. I love to listen to everything, as long as I can understand the words. If I can't understand the words, I can't listen to it, but I love gospel. I love, like, the singing cooks. I love country. I love the 80s, 90s. I love all music. And so, yeah, I can't say that we're just one specific type of music. And I couldn't pick a favorite song. I couldn't. I love to read. I love to tell stories. And this evening I was telling the story to the girls, and it was about Dawn, Wyoming is awesome, isn't it? What is your favorite state? Put in the comments what your favorite state is that you have visited or that you would love to go to. I've only heard of one other person who is an only child, and she found herself having 6 children. That is awesome. It really is. We did not plan to have 7 kids. Taylor has a different dad than the rest of the kids, but Scott loves her just like she is his own. And no difference was ever made. We have a pig, some horses, some chickens, dogs, cats, and we baby all of them. We we actually like to raise our own chickens, and we butcher them. There's so much to learn when you are hands-on with your animals. And, you know, when you learn how to process your own food, I think that is so healthy. The kids, we have walnut trees, hickory nuts. We have all kinds of trees and nuts, and the kids just go sit outside and they crack nuts and eat them. And that, to me, is showing them that they can survive. They will be able to survive on their own. You know, if, like, say hard times come, they can go in the woods, and I know they're going to be okay and think about everything. Oh, I love Florida. Oh, my goodness, yes. But your message is too good not to have a great story. A big fan of Charlie. Oh, Robert, you love Charlie Daniels? Oh, my gosh. I'm loving that book. And today, like this morning, okay, on Fridays, if Scott's sleeping in, I'll do my 7 o'clock broadcast. If he is not sleeping in, like, he's my priority. He is, like, every morning we have a few minutes together before we put, you know, he gets off to work. But, like, this morning, we just, you know, we take that quiet time to talk about our week or whatever. So, yeah, on Friday mornings, if you don't see me at 7 o'clock, you know that Scott is not sleeping in. But, I'd love to hear your story about Charlie Daniels. But Charlie Daniels has started something amazing. Like this morning, I was just, like, going to my normal page, and he, I'll go ahead and tell you because I can't keep a secret. But put a secret in the comment if you can keep a secret, because I can't. He went, I don't even know the whole story, and I'll share it again, but he went somewhere, and it was overseas, and he saw the soldiers playing their guitars, and some of them didn't have strings, some of them were all beat up, and he started a fund to give them soldiers guitars. How I read his book, and I'm like, he is so awesome. He went from struggling, nothing, bankruptcy, to rise up to be $2 million in debt, which, if you've been following me in the mornings, he burnt that debt note in his front yard at Christmas time with his crew around him. And he told them, he said, don't worry about the debt I owe you because I will pay it. And they took him for his word. And I raise my kids like that. I tell my kids, you don't have anything in this world but your word. You are only as good as your word. So if you are not willing to tell the truth, do your best, pay off your debts, your word means nothing. And we instill those values in our kids. If the kids come to us and they say, I did such and such wrong or whatever, they really don't get in trouble. If they come to us and they're truthful, we understand that. We respect that, and we let them know, look, we respect that you told the truth. And we, like, and this is like if they, you know, really our kids thank the good Lord above, thank you, Jesus, for prayers being answered, but our kids don't. We just have awesome kids that they do kid things, but they know if they do something wrong, like I spilt water, or or I filled my boots up with the water hose that's still running, and we have a well. They'll say, Mama, I did it, because they know that, hey, Brother Norman, they know that when they tell me the truth, it's a clean slate, because I want them to know their word has value. I want them to know that they have value. What they, their hard work ethics, their truthfulness, those are things that money cannot buy. Those are things that you have to just teach and instill in your kids. You know, the other day, we teach our kids that if they're... Nicole, how are you? So good to see you here. We have no electricity, and my kids are loving it, and they've played games. We had Doritos and donuts for dinner, so I'm a killing it mom tonight. But, you know, my kids know that when they see a veteran out, they look for their hats. Because most veterans, and if you're a veteran, put veteran in the comments. Most veterans know, or most of the kids, you know, they wear their hats. So my kids they're learning to recognize. You shake a veteran's hand. You go up and you tell them, thank you for serving our country. And this was a learned trait. This was just something, I guess I've done it all my life. I guess thank you for whoever, my parents, for my aunts, my uncles, my whoever instilled in me to go thank our veterans. And we have had many, many, many veterans say, you're the first person to thank us. We've had many veterans break down and cry, just weeping, thank you. You don't know what that meant. And to us, it was just showing honor, showing respect, showing gratitude that, Robert, thank you for being a veteran. But, you know, that's showing respect. And now, even my 3-year-old, she's 3, and she knows to recognize a hat. She doesn't know that it says veterans, but she knows that if somebody's wearing a hat, she's like, Mama, are they a veteran? This is just learned by watching what I'm doing. And a lot of characteristics are learned watching what you do. If I, you know, as a mom, sometimes I feel like I'm defeated or like I'm not doing right. I'm learning not to speak those words. I'm learning to speak that I am a good mom, that I am trying, because I want my kids to speak good words about themselves. I want my friends to speak good words about, like my friends speak good words about my friends, like about themselves. I just want to encourage people that it is okay to, you know, speak. Use your talents. Talents are a gift. They're a blessing. And use those, even if it's just simply saying thank you to a veteran, even if it's simply buying a veteran's meal. You know, it's little things like that that make a big difference in the world. It is showing respect for your elders, showing respect for your flag, showing respect for people's time, you know, just little things like that. And, y'all, I don't have an interesting life other than it stays busy, and we make the best of every situation we can, no matter what that situation is. And if you're a woman, I encourage you to get in our Women to Women group. My gracious, it is growing. It is awesome. You can learn about sewing, meditating, saving the earth. You can learn about, Dawn Baker and I are going to do an interview about facials, because this mama needs a facial. I've never given myself a facial. Never had a facial. Don't even know how to do a facial, but she's going to teach me. I love the Lord. I love my family. I love serving my husband. I love serving others. I just love it. I love everything about it. But, so, Jack and Sue Brown, whenever you watch this, I hope this answered some of your questions about who I am. And I hope, if anybody else has any other questions, just drop them in the comments and let me know. They, like I said, I was watching them tonight. Shalana, your persistence in being on here, even when your power is out, showing your family commitment and dedication to helping people. I was not missing, Julie. Like, if I had to get in my vehicle, actually, I thought, if this don't work, I'll go up to the neighbor's garage. Because he is in his garage, and I was like, I'll just go up and ask Alton if I can come up here and do my live for a little while. But, and he would have said, yeah, come on in. You know, he'd been fine. In our family, we don't give up. We really don't. We're just like, okay, you make it work. You don't have power, you make it work. You don't have water, you make it work. You walk to the creek. You do what you have to do. And I'm blessed to have those skills, and that's what I want to share with my kids. Life can be so, I think we get so busy in life that we forget to slow slow down, take those deep breaths, and embrace every single moment. Does anybody else have any questions? Like I said, I'm not a very interesting person, but I love to garden. I love to, I love to be outside. I love to watch the sun come up. Like that moment, I'm sitting there. I'm like a little kid at Christmas. Like I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's going to come up any minute. It's going to come up any minute. So I love sunrises. I love sunsets. In one of my descriptions, like I wrote a poem about I'm a sunrise catcher. I can't remember it, but it's talking about how I was a sunset chaser or sunrise chaser. I'll have to put it in the comments. My favorite meal, Jessica. I love you, but you're my friend. Yeah, we need to slow down. Well, I will not say that I'm not interesting, but I'm very bland, very plain. I love chickens. I love watching them in the yard. My favorite meal is one that I don't have to cook, period. Don't care what it is. I actually love my Aunt Linda's meatloaf. Like if I had to pick one last meal, I would want my Aunt Linda's meatloaf. And I've made it like her one time, and it was so awesome. Sue Brown, there you are. I'm spilling my guts. I'm answering every question. So, yeah, I love meatloaf, probably mashed potatoes, garden fresh green beans. Actually, any meal I don't have to cook is my favorite. I love to read. I love to read out loud. My favorite holiday. Oh, my goodness. Guys, my favorite holiday. Oh, let's see. I keep getting a call, sorry. I love, not necessarily every holiday, but I love family dinners. I love putting the tablecloth out. If it's a special occasion, I make a punch that my kids love. And I love to, yeah. So, can family dinners be a holiday? I'm making a holiday. Yeah, family dinners are my favorite holiday. Thank you, Dawn. I love you. Yeah, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans. I love storytelling. I can remember that all my cousins, we would sit in a stairwell, and my cousin Tad and Gerald would tell us stories in the stairwell. And some of them were like scary, like the Golden Arm. Who knows the ghost story of Golden Arm? If you know Golden Arm, put it in the comments. And they would make sound effects and everything. So I've taken a little bit of everything that I love, and I try to incorporate that into my kids, like storytelling. Russell Chrisley, every morning, he tells everybody good morning. I love to do that. My Aunt Mary did devotion with us when we camped, it was devotion time. And you had a family of 20, 30, 40, how many of us there used to be camping, and we would have devotion. And I love that. So I do that with I'll share my story. I'll share my story in a minute. But we would have devotion, and oh my goodness, just I love that. I love the family dinners. We love to have treasure hunts. We just the simple things that if you didn't have power for the rest of your life, could you survive? Would you be okay? And yeah, so the story I told tonight was about, we were sitting out on the bench, and there was, I said there were two little girls, and they were climbing the tree. And they were walking, as they were walking to the tree, they didn't have any shoes on. And the grass was soft on their feet, and they climbed up the tree, and they looked, and they looked, and they saw a deer. And the deer was leaning down to the water, talking to a fish. And so the little girls went down, and they went over to the deer, and they were being very, very, very quiet. And they got to the deer, and the deer looks up and says, "I've been waiting for you." And the little girls go, "You have? The deer is talking. The deer's talking to us." And the deer says, "We knew you would come." And the deer steps out of the way, and the deer had picked nuts and berries and left them on the stump. So the little girls sat down, and they ate their berries, and they ate their nuts, and they told the deer, "Thank you so much." And then that fish spat pebbles out onto the stump. And the little girls were so excited that they grabbed the pebbles up and they put them in their pockets. And they told that fish, they said, "Thank you, these are beautiful, they're so glittery." And so the little girls walked home. And the little girls showed their mom and dad, "Look at these beautiful pebbles that the fish spat to us." And the mom and dad, they looked at those pebbles and they said, "This is gold." So the little girls were like, "Oh my goodness, gold?" And so they paid off their home and they bought a pony. And every day the little girls would go visit the deer and the fish, and they would take the fish some fresh fish and worms so that the fish could have something different to eat. And that was our story. Kind of cheesy, I know, and it was probably off a little bit, but I just love to make up stories as I go. I used to tell Delaney all the time at bedtime, let's see, little girl with big brown eyes, eyes that sparkle like diamonds in the sky, brown curly hair, and then I would just go on to tell a story. Oh gosh, Robert, isn't that Hind's Feet on High Places is such a great, great, great book. But yeah, Brian, I need to work on writing my book, and if there's any questions that I missed, I will go through and answer questions, but honestly, I'm just a plain Jane, down to earth, just type of person. I don't know. But here is something I'd love to get your advice about. Yeah. So I'm trying to come up with a name for my mama's tribe, and I looked up Mama's Tribe, and there's like a lot, and I don't want a lot. I want to be different. So I've come up with, well, Logan and Virginia have picking my brain. Like Logan, she's like, what's 5 things that you love to do? And so I wrote down 5 things. She said, not 5 things like that. So all day long I've been like, gosh, what is 5 things that I enjoy doing, or that is about me? And so those are sunsets, sunrises. I love to write. I love to tell stories. I do love to serve people. And I love to look for rocks. So in this, she's helping me decide how am I going to pick I need to pick my name because my vibe will attract my tribe. We all know that. Yeah. Yes, Julie. But so we've come up with, I can't even remember what all we come up with, like Mama or gosh, I can't remember. I'd have to get there's been like 10 different ideas going through. But Mama Tribe is too common, and I need something uncommon. So put your suggestions for my Mama Tribe in the comments, and it is going to be just me sharing my knowledge of being a mom for 23 years and just life, what I've learned through life. I'm just going to pour it all into this group, ironing, folding clothes, shopping. Like this evening, we picked up our meat at Wade's in Dublin, and I had 2 huge packs of hamburgers. So what I've done was a pack and a half were cooking in the pressure cooker, and the other half I will make into meatloaves, and I will put it all together and put it in the freezer. That way, when I'm having a busy day, I just pull it out and just add sauce or taco seasoning, or, just simple things like that. But, yeah, so any suggestions for the Mama Tribe, let me know. Good idea, Joy. Yes. But you all have an awesome night. We are playing, I think they're playing Apples to Apples, the Bible version, or poker. So yeah, we play poker and we play Bible trivia, apples. I'm not great with remembering the names, but we just enjoy life. So my tips for when the power goes out is, if you know it's going out, collect your water, which we were able to do, which is awesome. The second tip would be to find your deck of cards. Get you a candle. Get your oil lamps. Sit down. Tell your stories. Play your cards. And let the world go by. Have an awesome night. Be you, be kind, inspire someone.